Now that you understand the fundamentals of JavaScript, including control flow statements, objects, and arrays, I am going to hand out the first assignment for this course. However, before I do that, let me show you how to read input. So far, all the programs that we have written have only printed text to the console. We have never yet read any input, so let me show you how to read input. For this assignment, you should use C script. You should forego the use of Node and instead use the C script command that comes built-in into Windows. The reason is that it is not straightforward to read input from the command prompt using Node. I will go over how to read input using Node at a later point of time, but for now, let's keep it simple and use C script. You can run a program using C script just like Node. So let's take a look here. If you just type C script here, it prints Microsoft Windows Script Host version 5.8, and then it gives out a bunch of options here. What you should note is that the usage says C script and then the script name dot extension. So you put the way you would run this is you should type C script followed by the name of the JavaScript file that you want to run. There are some minor differences between C script and Node. C script does not understand console.log. Instead, it prints outputs and reads input using something called W script. So now let's see how you can read input and write output using W script or C script. So here C script has this internal function called wscript.stdout.write. Whatever parameters you pass in here, so here you are passing in please enter a number, the write function will print this message out on the screen, and the cursor will remain on the same line. It will not go to the next line. So using the write function prints whatever message you passed into the function on one line, and the cursor will remain on the same line. Contrast this with the other function writeLine. If you execute this function called writeLine, whatever you entered as a parameter will get printed on one line, and then the cursor will move over to the next line. That's the difference between write and writeLine. And then you can use this function called wscript.stdin.readLine. What this does it will show you a blinking cursor, and then you can type whatever text you want and hit enter. As soon as you hit enter, everything that you entered on that one line will get returned from this function and will get assigned to whatever is on the left hand side of the equal statement. So here, whatever is being read by this read line statement will get assigned to the variable x. Now this is how the reading and the writing will work. I should also mention at this point of time that there is a JavaScript function called parseInt. This method parses any string passed to it and tries to convert it to an integer. So here we are passing it the string 10, and this would return, and we are applying the function parseInt, or we are calling the function parseInt using the parameter 10. This would actually parse the string and return the integer 10. So here we are saying parseInt 10 plus parseInt 20. So we should, and then we are printing it using wscript.stdout.writeLine. This should print 30, the value 30. So let's run it and see what happens. So it says print please enter a number, and you can see that the cursor is blinking on the same line over here. You can see the cursor is blinking here. This comes from line number 3 here, and remember that we use the function write here, so whatever we printed gets printed on one line, and then the cursor remains on the same line. So here let's enter the value 10. So, enter, and then line 6 prints whatever we just read as input. So line 4 is what caused the cursor to actually stop there and wait for the value. So whatever we entered and hit enter after that, that got assigned to variable x. We entered the string 10 here, and that got assigned to the variable x over here in line number 4, and eventually at line number 6 we just printed it back. And then line number 10 just prints a message saying parsing strings 10 and 20 and adding the results gives us. And then on line number 11 we actually parse the strings 10 and 20 apply the function parseInt to them, and then add them up. So the result should be 30, which is being printed right here. So that's how reading input using C-script works. For this assignment, do use C-script. Using if you are adventurous, go ahead and try out Node, research Node how reading input using Node works. But I would suggest just waiting a while and doing this assignment with just C-script. So now let's look at how this assignment is to be done, or what the goal of this assignment is. On the screen you can see that there is something called Etch-a-Sketch game. This game, I just picked a random website to showcase how the game works. What you have on the screen is a little television looking thing with two knobs at the left bottom and at the right bottom. The way this game works is on the screen there is a pointer somewhere. There's a pen positioned somewhere on the little green screen. And then when you turn the knobs, the left knob, if you turn it, then the cursor, the pen actually starts moving horizontally. If you turn the knob left, the pen moves left horizontally. If you turn the knob right, the pen moves right. So if we look at how this would be working is, if you turn the knob right, as you can see now I'm drawing a line, versus if I start turning the knob to the left, you can see I'm starting the line to the right. Similarly, if the right knob is turned to right, we actually start going up. If it's turned to the left, then we start coming down. And the pen moves and marks the screen. So using this thing, you can using this up, down, right, left motion, and the pen marking every time it moves, you can draw some really nice and cool graphics. Like for example, here I can just draw a little simple rectangle. Or if I wanted to create a head-like entity, I could do something like this. Like here I am drawing some sort of weird character. So your job is to create this game using JavaScript. The assignment is posted, the PDF for the assignment is posted on the website. So do take a look as to what the requirements are. I hope using C-script and the fundamentals, the concepts that I have taught so far, you will be able to tackle this assignment pretty easily. Good luck and enjoy.